While it pains me to say this, I think it is time that Manchester United sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Has Solskjaer significantly improved United during his tenure? Absolutely. However, it appears that he and United have hit a brick wall and can no longer take this team any further. I mean, if we look at the majority of United's performances this season, they have been absolutely atrocious. Even in United's biggest wins against the likes of Atalanta and Villarreal, we have looked unconvincing. And the same problems still remain. We're talking about an inconsistent back line that struggles to defend against crosses and set pieces, a double pivot in the midfield that features McTominay and Fred far too frequently, and over 100 million euros worth of young talent being wasted on the bench. I think another problem with United is we also have no playing identity. There's no framework to lean on when things aren't going our way. And while there's always been questions of, Solskjaer's tactical aptitude, I think his man management has always been praised. I mean, we've seen him develop the likes of Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford, and even more telling were previously when United had struggled, the players bailed him out. They came through with big performances. But recently, I think it's safe to say that he's lost the dressing room. I mean, in recent months, Solskjaer has made uncharacteristic comments, criticizing players like Marcus Rashford, saying he needs to prioritize his football. Other players like Bruno Fernandes have come out and said Solskjaer and his coaching staff need to improve. And for me, these are indicators that seeds of doubt have started to be sprinkled within the locker room. And this has been confirmed by The Athletic and Laurie Whitwell, who wrote recently, "The sense that Solskjaer is not the manager to lead United on has taken hold for a section of his squad over the past month. They admire his manner, commitment, public protection, but doubts are growing about his ability to challenge Pep Guardiola, Thomas Tuchel, and Jurgen Klopp." All right, and I have a theory, and while this is purely speculation, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the squad's sudden lack of belief in Solskjaer stems from Ronaldo's entrance at the club. I mean, the players in the dressing room idolize United, and they don't shy away from that. Growing up, many of them looked up to Ronaldo as their favorite player. And I think if Ronaldo, who's worked with top managers throughout his career, questions the pedigree of Solskjaer, I think that may lead others who initially firmly backed Solskjaer to have second thoughts. Regardless of the reason, though, if the squad doesn't fully back the manager, I don't see things getting any better. I think something else to note with Solskjaer as well is his failure to win a trophy during United's tenure. At a club with United's history, you are judged by what you win. And it's not like Solskjaer hasn't had opportunities. He's put himself and the club in good positions with Europa League, with a bunch of semifinals in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. But each time, United have fallen short. And let's be honest, top four is not good enough anymore. Solskjaer has overseen a £312 million net spend during his United tenure, the most of any Premier League club. And with this kind of spending, you need to be competing for and winning trophies. And it's clear that United are not on that trajectory. But the higher-ups like Joel Glazer, Ed Woodward, they do not care. They have just given Solskjaer a 3-year contract this summer and are happy to ride it out as long as the club achieves the bare minimum. That's the truth of the matter. Like, where is the ambition? I understand you shouldn't sack a manager if you don't have an adequate replacement lined up, but United are way too slow to react. I mean, they've thrown out big names, Zidane, Brendan Rodgers, Eric Ten Hag, but they haven't actively pursued them. They just thrown them out there. It's all rumors. And it's crazy because United are a quality side, but we're clearly underperforming. I mean, finding the right manager could be a massive turning point. Look at Chelsea when they signed Thomas Tuchel. I mean, sometimes a talented squad just needs a more experienced manager with a new philosophy to grow. And unfortunately for us fans, despite all the indicators that Solskjaer isn't equipped to take this United side any further, the Glazers and Woodward have once again showed that they are okay with mediocrity.